Hey everyone, you see the title description. This is going to be a video response pretty much directly to Strauss Zelnick, Rockstar, Take-Two, Sony, all these companies. And I'm providing a link in the description down below. It's by Legacy Killer HD, someone who I've subscribed to for many years. As you know, this is a newer channel that I have, but I've subscribed to him for a very long time, for many, many years. And I really support and appreciate anyone who's got professionalism, that does the whole game capture card and clipping things and editing and putting things up as proof to show people what's going on in the industry. Something that eventually I would like to do at some point. So anyways, Strauss Zelnick, I know we got this music in the background. Sony, all you people, man, I'm 39. I'm the primary target, or should be, that age that has the free money, the income, the ability to buy, the one who you should be pushing the nostalgia for, and whatnot. And you claim that I'm just gonna have to accept it, that the world is moving on to digital, and Sony understands that, so you're just gonna... And you're a lying sack of shit that sits there and says that you care about players' experience, you care about them having fun and delivering value. No, you don't. You're a lying motherfucking piece of human trash, and I hope somebody fucking killed you. The world truly is better off without evil lower forms of life like you, Strauss Zelnick. And you evil billionaire CEOs that say this retarded shit like, we're going to own nothing and be happy. No, retarded idiots will own nothing and be happy. People like me that actually have somewhat of a brain will own plenty and also be happy too. Well, they'll also be happy and pissed off because of what you're doing to games. But I digress. So you think that the youth is just going to go for this garbage too, right? You think that the youth is just going to accept the trash? That they're just going to take whatever you know, whatever you do and they're just going to accept it? No. Listen, motherfucker. I have a lot of money, free money. Video games are my primary hobby. You can see some of the retro systems that I have literally right outside there. You can see a GameCube, a PlayStation 1. The most newest system I have is a Series X that I got years ago. Thankfully, I got it years ago because now it's way too expensive. And my wife's son, Jacob, he's about 17 now. You know, he'd be the age you're trying to get into this Grand Theft Auto and trick him. I'm sorry, the world is pretty much poor. You're pricing out the vast majority of people out of the hobby. And if I'm going to spend $1,000+ on a console, I'm going to just invest in PC, and I will have the power and control and more options at my fingertips than I would if I had it the other way. Like, people will be able to emulate and crack your discs, so I'll be able to put in a PS6. Well, you don't have discs, right, for PS6, but PS5 discs, Series X, other newer stuff, I'll be able to find a way to play it on PC. If you just decide to brick our consoles. But the point of this little video here is to tell you that you think this is gonna go so well for you, and it really won't. It really will collapse right on your face in a most spectacular way that you will not see coming until it hits you. You're getting little inklings of it, but, you know, people like me, my age, we're the ones that have kids, and we're the ones that teach our kids, and we're going to be the ones that would be buying that console for that kid. We're not buying those $1,000+ consoles for our kids. And my wife's son, Jacob, he does a lot of emulation. He's getting really into older games. What video games he does play, it's older titles he's more interested in. You know, he loves his Steam Deck, and he's loaded it up with emulators, ROMs, and whatnot. And, you know, that's what I do. I got emulators. I got ROMs. I happily pirate and distribute that stuff every single damn day. And I happily seed the files, and I will continue to seed those files. I will continue to pirate and emulate your guys' software and hardware because fuck you. You think that you're going to funnel us into an always online, all digital hellscape to where eventually not only will we not be renting, it'll be like the arcades to where you pay per hour, pay per minute, pay per bullet download, bullet reload. Isn't that what that dumb fucking Strauss Zelnick said years ago? He wants people to pay per reload in a Call of Duty game or something like that? You guys are seriously retarded. This isn't going to work, and it's going to absolutely destroy you guys. Because you've invested so much money in this. If anything fails, it's going to hurt you real bad. And I am praying. And I know it's going to make a lot of money. It already has made money because people are idiots. This is a title that people have been waiting for. This is the title that might be able to get away with this to a point. But if you think anything else after this is going to get away with this, it won't. Because people really don't care about a lot of games that are coming out. Because the corporatization that you've instituted, Strauss Zelnick, your style of game development or whatever, you strangled all creativity and freedom. We don't get anything good anymore because of pieces of shit like you. And while the anticipation has been there for Grand Theft Auto, it's not made by the same team. The people that made it great are pretty much gone. Some of the people still remain, but it's not the same studio. It's not going to hit the same. We already know about the woke parts in the game. We already know about you're not allowed to make fun of transgenders or gays and stupid shit like that. This is not my Grand Theft Auto. This is not what I want. I want to own my games. Yeah, I've bought digital games. Yeah, I have got stuff because they were heavily discounted on a sale. When the only option is digital, there will be no digital sales. And that's what I know. That's what other people are starting to wake up to. And I'm glad. So, I end this by saying, you're going to lose this. You're going to lose this war. When I say gaming crash, I'm not saying people are going to give up on video games. Video games are at the point to where they are a part of our culture. Whereas movies are a part where they're not going to go away even if Hollywood completely dies. Whereas music will not completely go away. We are at the point to where video games are not going to go away completely. But what will happen, Strauss Zelnick, is Take-Two will go out of business. Take-Two will have to get out of the gaming business. You'll have to go to your AI data centers, which is where Sony is moving towards. Sony is moving towards getting out of the games business and just going straight with AI data centers. I mean, their whole shutting down their disc production plants. They reconverted them into production plans for AI data center components. Just because this is the way the world is moving does not mean I'm going to go the same way. Just because all the lemmings are jumping off the cliff doesn't mean I'm going to jump off that cliff. You know, the world is becoming like Battlestar Galactica. I'm going to have to go back to the past. Back to the past with GameCube, the old PlayStation, the old Xbox. And I'm going to have to make a future by going back to the past. Just like they did in that show. And that's what we're going to have to do, and we are doing. And as I'm playing these old games, Strauss Zelnick, I'm realizing I love them. I miss them. I realize that old games are superior. They were better crafted with love, passion, heart, soul. The money, the wanting to make money was always there. But there was risk. There was a willingness to push the boundaries. There was a willingness to do things, and developers weren't lazy. Developers worked within a constraint, worked within a limit, You know, these modern day consoles, PS5, Series X, have not been utilized at all. They have not been maximized in any way. Like, you look at older consoles, they had unique chipsets, unique architecture. They would approach different companies like Nvidia, ATI, you know, different graphics card companies, and would make different sets that would be unique for what they wanted to make. And depending on how much the disc could hold and how big the hard drive was and whatever, you could fully maximize that hardware. And you look at a game from the beginning of a console generation versus what a game would look like at the end. There used to be a big difference, almost to the point where it's almost like that at the end of that console generation, it looks like a whole new system, pretty much. We don't get that no more. We're not going to get that anymore. And you think everyone's going to buy the PS6 and the Project Helix. They won't. Halo sucks. All the franchises are shit because your transgenderism and other stuff you've pushed into it has ruined those games. There's nothing really great to look forward to, and Elder Scrolls 6 is not something that people are going to buy like they are GTA. Because people know, even casuals know, that Bethesda sucks now. So just, anyone who watches this video, what do you think? I urge anyone that watches this video to please make your own video response to Strauss Zelnick to Take-Two, towards Sony, towards all these companies, and let them know what you think and what you're going to do. Let them know around how old you are. Let them know if you got kids. And let them know how you're going to raise those kids, how you're going to tell them you're not going to buy their crap. Because this truly will collapse on their face in a grand, spectacular way they are not going to see. We cannot afford these multi-$1,000 consoles which are going to be coming. There isn't enough of a gap in the technology and the graphics and what they're capable of doing. And the modern day systems haven't been pushed to the limit. I mean, sure, the architecture is similar and maybe raw graphics power it's similar, but they haven't utilized it fully. Oh, these games need to be so many hundreds of gigabytes. No, they fucking don't. Why don't you try using optimization? Why don't you try shrinking the size of those gigabytes? Why don't you try becoming a developer again and working within a constraint? Yeah, these new systems are powerful, but try working within the constraints of that Blu-ray disc. You can have a multi-layer Blu-ray disc. I think they've managed to fit up to 200 gigabytes on a multi-layer Blu-ray disc. The maximum amount they've managed to fit onto one. A double density one where you can fit 100 gigabytes. And you can put multiple discs in a case. Why don't they do that? Start having fun. Don't use the internet and downloading a patch as a crutch. Start really trying to make these games complete. If the world wants to move on to shitty PS6 and Project Helix, go ahead. These companies are going to collapse. No one's going to want to make games for these turds. And what's going to happen when Sony moves on from gaming, when Xbox moves on from gaming, that Series X that I have right there, there will be independent game developers that will develop for that. There will be independent game developers that will make for the PS5, even after these companies have given up. Hell, there's people that are making games for the Atari Jaguar right now. 15, 20 years when I'm an older man, and I'm retiring, and I got all the time in the world to play all these games, I'll be getting new games for the Series X. And they're going to be fucking spectacular. They're going to be everything that I thought these systems were going to be, because people will work within the constraints of that system and they will push it to the limits. There will be homebrew developers that will utilize multiple discs again. Maybe we'll get another great, fantastic turn-based RPG. Maybe it doesn't always have to have the biggest graphics. Maybe like it'll be a lower spec graphic game, but it'll be really packed with content. Speaking of the multi discs here. Give me one moment. I'm gonna pause. So look at here. Why can't they make multiple discs? Something I loved about games that was cool, because they worked within their constraints. And you know what was awesome? You get to, like, your favorite show, and it ends on a cliffhanger episode, and you can't wait to that next episode. Well, similar to that feeling, you get that feeling when you got multiple discs, because it will often end at a really cool cliffhanger point, and then it's like put in disc 2. It's really awesome. An aspect of games that I really miss. And guess what? Even though I spent money on this, Sony or Squaresoft don't get a dime, and that's what it's all about. You want to control every aspect of our lives. How long we play, when we play, for how much. Per hour, per second, per minute. You don't want us to be able to own anything, to pass down to our children, to be able to lend it to a friend, or anything like that. You want to get rid of that completely. And I just want to say, fuck you. Fuck you, Strauss Zelnick. Eat shit and fucking die, you lower form of life. It ain't gonna happen. The reason why you are so rich and why you're being allowed to get away with such evil is because you will burn in hell forever and ever and ever and ever. And God's given you every chance and is letting you get away with it, and He knows that you're going to burn in hell forever, so He's giving you that chance of some goodness of remembrance. You will burn in hell, Strauss Zelnick, forever and ever. You're an evil, sick, disgusting man. Even though they maybe haven't been able to tie you to Epstein's Island, truthfully, you have been there. All the rich, evil people have been there. So, fuck you. I'll pirate, distribute, emulate if I want something new. And if I can't do that, I won't buy it. I love video games. Sure, I want new stuff. But I don't need it. And there's plenty of old stuff that I can get that I definitely want. And I know the prices are spiking, are only going to climb as more everyone goes to retro and abandons current systems. And you may say, oh, well, you won't be able to get so many games. Oh, yeah, I won't be able to get so many games. Whoop-de-fucking-do. It'll be just like it was when I was younger. Didn't have as much, wasn't able to spend as much, wasn't able to get as much, was only able to get things on birthdays, Christmases, or, you know, maybe a special random occasion. It'll be more like those times, and it'll be more special, and when I do get that game, I will appreciate it more. So, either way, you think you've won, Strauss Zelnick and Sony and the evil corporations, but you've actually lost. You actually, truthfully, have lost. And I will laugh and cheer on your deaths as your towers burn to the ground and as Sony exits the video game business. It will happen. The PlayStation 6 will be a failure. And it will end Sony, and they will cease to be in the games business. And they'll try to sell off IPs to different companies and corporations, and then, you know, they'll make streaming boxes, and they'll, like, write different rights and things, and there'll be shutterings of online studios, so, you know, unless people make workarounds for that. Like, they already have, like, the original Xbox with mods, you can play them online. You can play the original Xbox online, and they've even restored online functionality to games. You can play Dreamcast games online. So even when you shut these services down and you shut online down, people will be able to emulate, they'll be able to make something so we'll still be able to use this stuff. So, as sad as it is to see the industry burn, at the same time, I'm very happy, very excited for its death, and I can't wait for the games industry to die. I literally can't wait. I am looking forward for it to burn in fucking hell. I can't wait. Because what's going to come out of that is, like the phoenix, it will rise from the ashes and it will be rebirthed, just like it was before. But it will retain maybe some aspects of what happened in the past. So we'll have, obviously more technology. We'll have, we won't be going right back to Atari 2600. But it'll be like games were in the past. Geeks and gamers, hobbyists, getting together with an idea, wanting to make something fun or something different. Something that's sorely missing out of the games industry today. So, that's all I got for the rest of this video. I was just playing this for some music in the background because I thought it was cool. I like the retro, I like the music in it. I got this because it said I got a free pinball table. I have Zen Pinball 3. Had a bunch of pinball tables for that, but they delisted it. I didn't even know. So, I used to own a bunch of these pinball tables on Pinball Effects 2 for the Wii U. I had some of the higher end scores on that. I wasn't number 1, wasn't in top 10, but I got into some of the topper end scores for some of the tables. On Wii U at least. I don't know if they had crossplay or they compared leaderboards. Love pinball. That'd be something else I'd like to get to, is an actual real pinball table. There's a couple of them that they make, the modern ones from Stern, which are pretty good. Pokemon looks cool, because I like Pokemon, so I might get that one if I was able to afford it. Or there's a X-Men or a Marvel one, and it's got like a Sentinel head. And like you shoot the ball into the Sentinel head. It's a certain one that I've seen them advertise. It looks awesome and I'd love to play. My mom loved pinball when she was alive, and she'd be probably very happy that I would actually own a pinball table at some point. So maybe I will. But I think it'll have to be when I move out of this place. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this, kind of discussion. First, it started as just a response to Strauss, but just talking to the community in general, and I think we should all make videos similar to this, and let them know that this isn't going to happen, because not only do you have to vote with your wallet, there will always be idiots that will keep buying because they're dumb, so you have to pair the wallet with angry, unrelenting backlash. So even if some people aren't buying with the wallet and they're saying, oh, well, they're making all this money, well, if you're on every single post downvoting into oblivion like people are, if you're continuing to tell them, hey, you're a piece of shit, I can't stand you, and you show other proof, like, it's going to have a big effect. Where we're going to see the effect is we keep this up right until PS6's launch. I really want to see it fail. I've never wanted to see an industry die and fail more than the games industry, because I care about it, because I enjoy it. It's my primary hobby, and what we have now is something that we love that's dead. A skin suit. A Weekend at Bernie's 2 is being paraded around like it's alive, like it's real, like it's good. Hey, here's the new thing, but it's dead, and it's been dead for a long time. It's something that we love. And it's being perverted, corrupted, and ruined, and being told that it's good and it's all good, but it's not. I was at a loss for words, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to get at. Gaming is not what it used to be. Games do not hit the same. It's not just nostalgia. It's not just, me getting old and aging out of the hobby. Maybe part of that in some ways, maybe I don't like to play as much as I did. Maybe, I find myself watching a lot of YouTube and things like that. But, I will always be a gamer at heart. That will never go away. And I can tell you, from playing some of these old games as I have recently, versus the new ones, it really, those old games really did have more heart and soul. New games really are missing it. And it's not like all new games don't have something good. Case in point, and this is a very popular answer that was out last year, Sandfall Interactive's Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Just like I showed you Final Fantasy, that is what I wanted Final Fantasy to become. That's what I wanted it to become. Bruticus won't shut up, he's very grumpy. That's what I imagined turn-based RPGs would eventually be, and we got that. And we will get great games like that occasionally or rarely, but most of them are trash. I don't know. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Say whatever you want in the comments. But truthfully, I want people to make other videos of their own and keep the backlash going. Don't let people stop you, get you down. Don't let people tell you it's hopeless. It'll mean nothing. They won't reverse course. We know they won't reverse course. We know Sony and Xbox won't change, and that's fine. If they're not going to change, that's fine. Let's make them pay every step of the way for not changing. And if in not changing they have to die, so be it. Like Old Yeller, I will help be one of the voices that will help take Old Yeller, Microsoft, and Sony and put a bullet in them. It's time for you guys to go out of my life. You don't deserve any more of my money. Anything that I get from you, it's going to be secondhand. It's going to be so the corporation doesn't get it. Because this is not Sony. The Sony that made those fucking awesome games that I have in that corner. Some of the best RPGs ever made. Xenogears is in there. Legend of Dragoon, which was also made by Sony Studios Computer Entertainment. Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9 I have in there. I have a lot of great stuff in that. It's not the same company that made that. Sony is no longer a Japanese company. It's made by a bunch of gay weirdos and transgender freaks in San Francisco. Look at the development studios of past versus current. Everyone's got pink purple hair. They're a gay effeminate man, or they're a man-hating feminazi lesbian woman pushing an agenda. And that's literally who makes the game stain. It's no wonder they've turned to trash. So, as I get older, you know, I realize I don't need all this new stuff. You know, regarding something Classic Halo Commentary said, maybe we are getting older, maybe time is passing us by a little bit, maybe the world's not for us anymore. And in some respects, that's 100% true. But even the youth, they don't want this. They don't want always online. They don't want battle passes forever. They don't want things to feel like a job. They don't want to spend over $1,000 on a console that's restrictive when they can just be on PC. Our youth of today are smart. They are savvy. They do know how to emulate. They learn from us. And, I don't know, I just really don't need the new stuff anymore. And to be honest, games aren't made not for me or not for my age group anymore, but games aren't being made for anybody. And that's the honest to God's truth. Games are not made for anybody anymore. There's no real niche titles. Everything's made to... They claim it's made to not offend. It's allowed to offend certain groups of people, certain types of people, if you're, you know, if you think conservatively or whatever. It's made to piss off and offend you. But it's generally made to be non-offensive, as broad appealing as possible, and it ends up appealing to no one. If you're not able to offend someone, how is it going to be funny? I mean, and you think about Grand Theft Auto 6, right? Ooh, let's circle back to that. Grand Theft Auto 6. it's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be a parody of American culture. It's supposed to be outlandish. It's supposed to poke fun of... That's what makes it great, because it doesn't just kick someone while they're down or kick one group of people. It makes fun of everybody. Everybody's a stereotype, and they make fun of all of it. And it's all fair game, and that's part of what makes it fair, or at least acceptable. And you think that the current GTA 6 is going to be great? When they're going to have to tone things down, or they're going to have to restrict things? I can basically guarantee you're not going to have a strip club in there. You won't be able to see any tits or ass in there. Oh, but I bet you there will be a gay club. I can almost 100% guarantee that. That's not my Grand Theft Auto. Another reason, support all physical. We're talking about it right now. Grand Theft Auto. Here we go. This is why you should own physical and why it's important to own retro stuff. Look at the song list of Grand Theft Auto. How much fun have you had? Tell me how many of you have done this. Just got into a car, flicked on a radio station, and just drove. Like, look at this song here. Like, I can imagine driving at night, the lights of the city, just driving around downtown Liberty City or in San Andreas, Vice City. When I hear this music, even though I don't play Zen Pinball, I'm starting to get goosebumps. Because it's a memory. It means something. Remembering all these times, it meant something. And having physical, you get to keep that original version that way forever. But with this online bullshit and digital ownership and digital copies, a license expires. That awesome banging soundtrack that you had for that game that you loved, made it special, is all of a sudden gone. And all you have left is shit. It's not the same. It's not hitting the same. Nowhere anywhere near the same. Because it's not the same game where all of a sudden you're playing and it's like, this isn't the same game. Music matters. And that's something that gets ripped away and has been from many Grand Theft Autos because of digital. Or with special re-releases. But if you own that original copy, that original disc, sure, it might have glitches, sure, it might have bugs, sure, it might blah, 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 blah. Whatever fucking excuse or the shills will say. It doesn't matter. You are still able to play it. And that original vision is pretty much there. So, physical matters. It keeps the industry in check. It keeps the prices low or lower. It makes digital have crazy sales. Part of the reason they had those sales too is because they want to say, oh, look at all these sales, so they can funnel us into all online, no physical. Guarantee you, once physical is gone, do you think we're ever going to get those incredible sales where you get these $80 games that come on sale for like $10, $5? Like, let's just say you can get Resident Evil 7 and 8, the Ultimate Editions for like $20 total, all of them together. Like, you're not going to get that no more. It's going to be maximum price forever and fucking ever. Like Nintendo. At least with the physical market, a Nintendo game can go down in price. So, those that say physical doesn't matter, I don't care if only 1% of the population is buying it. That physical ownership, that physical distribution means so much to you as a consumer of even just digital goods. It saves you so much money. And it gives you a better service having physical there. Even you primarily have just digital. So even if you just have digital, you only buy digital, physical isn't for you, don't sit there and say to anybody that they don't have the right to speak out. You should be speaking out with them, just as loud as them. because it benefits you. The only thing that this benefits is the evil corporations. The CEOs like Strauss Zelnick. And I don't want to benefit them anymore. This wasn't the company that I loved. Some of my greatest gaming memories were from that PlayStation. That PlayStation 1. Maybe not that one specifically, but the PS1. When I hear that sound start up, all the many hours I spent both on my own or at my friend's place playing multiplayer, or even working together on single player RPGs, taking turns, grinding out, trying to get to the next cutscene or the next disc, trading, borrowing games. I had a fun life. I had a good life. And us youth, or the youth that are growing up, they deserve to have a good life too. They deserve to have good memories. They deserve to be able to play cooperatively split screen. They deserve to be able to trade games and borrow them and whatever. They deserve to have... We need to have a legacy we can pass on to them. I want to have something that I can leave behind. All this isn't just greedy for me. You know, I bought a lot of these games too, is for when my wife's son comes down, we got stuff we can play together and have fun. Or I thought of, if anybody comes over and they're stuck there, you don't just want to watch, let's say, episodes of, here's a generic show, MASH, or really old shows, even though MASH is pretty good. If you want to watch old-ass TV shows, like, we're planning to move even further into the country. Right, and let's say you come to my house. Well, you come to my house, you're going to have, even if the internet wasn't working, you're going to have TV shows that you can watch, movies that you can watch, tons of video games that you can play, single player, multiplayer, co-op, competitive. I'm going to make sure I have that. The game collection that I have isn't just to be put on a pedestal on a shelf. Obviously, I want to take better care of things, and I've been going through a lot of stuff in my life, but my game collection is to be used, is to be honored and cherished, and what I don't have, or what I don't, when I get older, and what I don't want to keep, I want to give behind some things. Like, maybe I will give some stuff to Jacob when he gets older. Let's say he has a kid. Let's just say I can give him something. I'm going to collect other systems. I might have multiple. Like, there's a PlayStation 1 I have upstairs. I just got to get I think it's a $10 part. I got to open it up, swap out the power unit that got fried, and re-put it in, and it should work like new. Be pretty awesome. I can gift a PS1 to somebody. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to leave that. This is one of the longest videos I've done. I'm going to call it quits here. Provide a link to that video by Legacy Killer HD. There's another video that I might try to add in post this video, and I think you should watch it. It's by My Retro Life, and he did a group discussion with Victor Lucas about the death of physical games and what it means, and I think it's important to hear their viewpoints as well. Don't hear it just from a guy who's doesn't have children himself per se, but I want you to hear it from a wide variety of people who are in the industry like Vic, people who are just are normal and have families like Tyler from My Retro Life. It's important to hear from many people. This affects a lot of people, more so than they think, and I am really looking forward to the death of Sony and Microsoft. I really can't wait for them to lose so much money that they say, we're selling off the brand, we're bowing out of the games business, we're not doing that anymore. Xbox Live is going away. As sad as that would be for me to say goodbye to all those people I've met, and I've met so many good people in my life on Xbox, and You know, that's a main way that me and my brother still maintain contact. As sad as that would be, I want it to happen. I want it to burn to the ground, because what we have is garbage. It's not good, and it's only going to get worse. It's not going to get better until everything burns. It's time for it to burn. You know, let all these systems go offline. And I think what you're going to find when these systems all go offline is we're going to have older stuff come back, as I said. We're going to have things like MSN Messenger, perhaps, or similar type services so people can talk and TeamSpeak. Maybe Discord might still be around, I don't know. But there will be a way to people to still communicate and discuss gaming and, you know, peer-to-peer servers and still being able to play multiplayer. But in general, I want everything to burn. Me and my brother will still find a way to play games online, even if it's emulation. You know, Microsoft and Sony, Nintendo go down. I'm fine with that. I'm at the point to where I'm fine with it and I'm ready for it to happen. And I'm almost just looking forward for it to burn. Let me know if any of you are also looking forward for the gaming industry to burn. If you are finally ready to say it's time to call it quits. Not on you gaming, but on the industry existing as it does. People have accused me of smoking certain things, but only green, never nicotine.